Well, it's still getting messier and messier in the It Ends With Us feud between co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
I said that having read through Blake Lively's complaints, that it was evident to me that she was likely under the influence when she filed her.
Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Justin Baldoni are caught up in what is becoming one of the most chaotic Hollywood tragedies in recent memory. People are lured to this type of chaos. Let's face it. Do we want to set the scene first? Consider this. Blake Lively, the Hollywood Golden Girl, is used to being the center of attention. But in more recent times, that light appears to have transformed into a blazing heat. Besides, who's standing beside her? Her husband, Ryan Reynolds, seemed to be the most supportive partner for a long time. But now, honey, those picture-perfect cracks are starting to show. With court papers, legal drama, and gossip traversing the streets, it's all coming to light. Should we dive straight into this situation?
You're not kidding when you say this is getting messier. The author of that book deleting her Instagram account, another who plays Baldoni's sister in the film, being harassed online for...
Okay, here's the tea. We know Ryan Reynolds as the humorous, charming Deadpool character who has long been a fan favorite. But he's been caught up in a tornado lately that most of us didn't expect. He both starred in and directed the film It Ends With Us. Even though Blake and Justin's issues have been brewing for a while, let's take a moment to focus on Ryan. At the start of all this chaos, Ryan was the supportive husband who openly showed his wife how much he loved and cared for her. He made it very clear that he will always be there for her. He seems to have had enough, though. Can we make him answerable?
It's a continuation of the smear campaign that Blake initially claims happened while they were promoting the film.
According to rumors, Ryan is starting to take the heat from the public as well as from his personal involvement in this mess. He has even filed a motion to discontinue his involvement in the lawsuit. He is not asking for the case to be dismissed. Rather, he is begging the court to spare him.
And why?
He claims he was not involved in any of this. There's more good stuff ahead, so hold on.
Getting close to her, obviously making small chatter not in character so as not to make the scene, which didn't require dialogue, awkward.
Let's take a quick look back to the initial mention of Ryan's name at the start of this legal circus. You see, Ryan isn't just a hapless bystander in this situation. Oh no. He was a part of this drama, whether he likes to admit it or not. Remember his role in Deadpool and Wolverine? Ryan reportedly alluded to Justin Baldoni multiple times in the film. He introduced Nice Fool in particular, a character that Justin claims was a direct caricature of himself. Since Nice Fool is a satirical and extremely woke parody of Deadpool, Justin's legal team claims that it was created to mock and harass him. Oh no.
Literally, I'm just asking the question, like, how are women allowed to do this, to take something and to make it sound like you survived a... Because that's what it sounded like to the public.
How about Ryan? Indeed, he made no attempt to refute it. In his legal filings, he basically admitted that Nice Fool was motivated by Justin Baldoni. However, Ryan's legal team is claiming that Justin's ire against the character is baseless because, supposedly, satire is not unlawful, which is where things get complicated. They're trying to paint Justin as being overly sensitive and downplay his accusations as simply hurt feelings. But you know what's crazy? Ryan has created a whole new issue by admitting that Justin was the character's model. In an effort to prove that there was a deliberate effort to harass Justin not only in the film but also throughout Hollywood, his legal team is currently conducting additional research. We can tell you that they're serious.
Now, all agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni have amounted to high treason.
But let's go back to Ryan's current predicament. People close to the actor claim that he is quite tired of being dragged into this mess, and who can blame him? The public narrative is shifting, and many are starting to question how involved he was in reality. Did he choose to support Blake's cause voluntarily, or was he forced to do so? According to reports, Blake may have coerced Ryan into publicly endorsing her because she thought his fame would help her gain favor with the public. And if that's true, it's drama on a whole other level. A tape allegedly shows Blake forcing Ryan to publicly declare his support for her, according to reports. If the tape is made public, it may completely change the game. It would also call into question Ryan's sincere feelings throughout the entire matter, in addition to highlighting Blake's alleged dishonest actions. Is he really the loving husband that everyone claims him to be? Or is he just trying to survive the maelstrom that Blake has hurled at him?
So I'm just going to very quickly, before I give you all of the tea that I got over the weekend, I'm going to go over the biggest revelations from the file.
In addition, Blake is coping with a series of charges of her own. Rumors that she was a bully on set are growing, and other former coworkers are sharing their own stories. One assistant director from the movie A Simple Favor claimed that Blake's behavior was so toxic that it forced her to quit the company altogether. She claimed that Blake was difficult to get along with, often making fun of other people and creating a hostile work environment. Not to mention the other Gossip Girl cast members who have experienced comparable circumstances. Blake's reputation will take a hit if these claims turn out to be true, especially because she is trying to make herself seem like the victim in her court battle with Justin. But in this case, we have to keep the big picture in mind. Ryan's alleged attempts to distance himself from Blake's problems have set off a whole new round of speculation. Some fans are blaming him for trying to leave her now that things are getting difficult, while others are doubting whether his support was sincere in the first place. Was his support for her genuinely motivated by love and loyalty? Was he just trying to keep his dignity intact? In addition, he is suffering financial consequences as a result. Rumor has it that the couple has already incurred significant legal bills because court cases are not cheap. It wouldn't be unexpected if Ryan is trying to keep his financial condition intact by removing himself from the lawsuit.
Like, he literally tells Ryan he wants to be friends with you. And I can just see Ryan sitting there like, yes, this is exactly what I want, a puppy to kick in the mouth. And you'll do what I say.
But the question remains, what does this signify for the relationship between Blake and Ryan? By going to events like Saturday Night Liv's 50th anniversary together, they continue to put up a united front in public. But behind closed doors? Who knows? The rumors that Blake forced Ryan to support her are hard to refute. And if there is any truth to them, their marriage may be in danger. After all, how long can a relationship endure under such stress? Justin Baldoni should not be disregarded in any of this. He hasn't given up, and his legal team is determined to prove their case. They're looking into everything, including Ryan's humor in Deadpool and Blake's alleged behavior on site. They're even looking into if other actors and producers were involved, as well as how the film was funded. They obviously want to get rid of everyone in this drama, not just from the lawsuit.
I married an Englishman, so I think they're back. Anyways, it's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard, too. You don't need to pay $100 a month.
At this point, everything absolutely falls into chaos. For Ryan's attempt to distance himself from Blake's drama is just the start. Let's discuss his legal strategy, which has people talking. Ryan had little to no involvement in the whole matter, according to his lawyers, who are ratcheting up their efforts. Justin Baldoni is being accused of overstating the circumstances and making him appear overly emotional. The issue is that, despite their best efforts to steer clear of the case, it seems like Ryan's staff is becoming more and more embroiled in it. It should also be mentioned that Justin's legal team is not exactly being laid back. The situation is getting more chaotic by the moment, and every little detail is being looked into.
Pure Talk, my cell phone company, says no to inflated prices with a qualifying plan of just $45 a month. You can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0.
Now, the infamous Nice Pool from Deadpool and Wolverine is the primary target of Justin's claims. Remember? Nice Pool was presented as this incredibly real, almost cartoonishly woke Deadpool. When the character first debuted on television, it was clear that his objective was to ridicule someone. Justin Baldoni has been vocal about his feminism and inclusivity views during his It Ends With Us promotional tours. He immediately felt singled out. His team claims that the figure was made specifically to ridicule him, and they will not allow it to continue. They're just referring to it as bullying. What do you know, too? Oh no, they're not stopping with Nice Pool. They're moving deeper. They have stated that they plan to subpoena internal emails, financial records, and production materials from Marvel and Disney to gauge.
And one of the most significant allegations in Baldoni's lawsuit is that Lively sought to gain control over the editing process of the film.
The fact that Ryan hasn't denied any of it is the worst part. Nothing. Instead, his lawyers argue that since parody is free expression, Justin's anger is unjustified. However, this is where things become complex. Ryan has inadvertently given Justin's legal team permission to start hiring more staff members by admitting that Justin served as the inspiration for Nice Fool. This suggests that other performers, producers, directors, and writers may be entangled in this mess. Let's be honest, Disney and Marvel cannot be happy about this. The last thing they want is for one of its well-known franchises to be associated with this kind of problem. How about the headlines? It's a PR disaster waiting to happen.
Now you have two sides here, right? So Baldoni says this was all an effort to hijack the film to get her way. Lively claims she was the victim of harassment in a hostile work environment.
But since Blake's actions are starting to play a big part in the story, let's take a moment to talk about her. You've probably heard whispers that she's difficult to work with. Now, those whispers are turning into actual charges. Blake is not the heavenly Hollywood celebrity she pretends to be, according to a number of her former coworkers who are speaking out. Blake's attitude was so unbearable that she quit the profession altogether, according to a former assistant who worked with her on the set of A Simple Favor. This assistant claimed that Blake was difficult to get along with since he frequently made fun of others and created such a toxic atmosphere that she would cry while driving home from work. The issue is that this isn't an isolated incident. Members of the Gossip Girl crew have shared similar stories, characterizing Blake as someone who yells at people and acts out when.
Has denied all of these allegations. They have responded to this filing, this lawsuit, saying,
"What's the point of this, you might be wondering?" Justin's legal team claims that this pattern of behavior is crucial to their argument. They assert that Blake's alleged bullying extends beyond the It Ends With Us set, and that her actions were a part of a plot to take over the film and evict Justin. They also say they have receipts. Justin's team hinted that they had a plethora of information, including emails, texts, and even testimonials from other cast members and crew members, that demonstrates Blake orchestrated a smear campaign against Justin.
Video released by lawyers for actor Justin Baldoni showed unedited footage from the filming of It Ends With Us.
In addition, Blake sent Jay the aforementioned text message in which she compared herself to Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. Remember that? She referred to herself as the mother of dragons and suggested that her so-called dragons, also referred to as her powerful connections, would defend and vanquish her. What might be a more overt power maneuver is unknown to us. The communication is being used by Justin's team as proof that Blake was abusing her position of authority to manipulate events, which is the issue. And honestly, in it, she doesn't look good.
His career, he has been a major proponent of feminism, of healthy masculinity. How does it feel for him, though?
Speaking of ugly looks, let's talk about Ryan's comedy on Saturday Night Live. You know it. During his appearance on the show, he said something that seemed to mock the entire situation. Ryan first tried to claim that the joke was written by SNL, but that claim was swiftly refuted. Show sources who came out soon after said that Ryan himself had proposed the joke during preparations. And let's be honest, that makes matters much worse. If you publicly support your wife, who is claiming to be a victim, why would you ridicule the scenario on national television? It's unsightly and only makes the situation worse.
Shutting down a woman's claims.
She is claiming that there was sexual harassment. He's saying none of it is true, never happened, never did.
When asked about the joke, Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, didn't hold back. When he states, "I don't know of anyone whose spouse has been harassed and has made jokes about it in public," we quote him. Oh no. Even though his statement is harsh, it's hard to argue with him. The joke has left many perplexed and wondering if Ryan's support for Blake is as genuine as he claims. Then there is the effect on one's professional life. The consequences of Ryan's involvement in this drama are starting to become apparent. Disney is reportedly considering ending its ties with him. His activities seem to have violated Disney's morality clause, and to put it gently, the company does not play when it comes to trademark protection. Although Ryan apparently earned a substantial pay for his role in Deadpool and Wolverine, if Disney chooses to terminate him, his time as Deadpool may come to an end. Is there anyone else you can think of for that position, let's be honest? It's a disaster waiting to happen for the whole series, not just Ryan. The issue is that Ryan's employment isn't the only thing on the line. Blake's reputation is also taking a serious hit. The media coverage, court cases, and bullying allegations are all intensifying. In addition, Her and Ryan's standing as Hollywood's ideal couple is starting to decline. Their playful banter, their picture-perfect family moments, and their seemingly indestructible friendship have made them famous on social media for a long time. However, some are now starting to question how much of that was real and how much was just positive publicity. Not to mention the crowds. Oh, the supporters. They're divided, to put it kindly. Some individuals are standing behind Blake and Ryan, saying they're being treated like second-class citizens and unfairly singled out. Some people are standing with Justin, saying that he is the real victim in this case. There are also those who are only interested in the drama, watching from the sidelines while this story unfolds in real life like a soap opera. Then what? Honestly, no one knows. The legal battle is far from over, and it doesn't seem like it will be resolved anytime soon because both sides are digging in their heels. Ryan has yet to withdraw from the lawsuit. If it is denied, he will be involved in this matter going forward. Blake's defense team is working nonstop, but as more charges come to light, it becomes more difficult to defend her. How about Justin? But he isn't going to give up. His legal staff is dedicated to establishing their case, and they will do everything it takes to do it. As this Hollywood drama develops, one can't help but wonder, is Blake lively manipulating Ryan Reynolds, or is he truly the loving husband he portrays? And how will their jobs and public image be affected by this legal dispute? Tell us what you think in the comments section below. Remember to like and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and updates on this ongoing subject. Until then, be careful.